Another month, another reset. I cannot believe that we are in May, that we have finished 4 full months in 2025, and we are already in quarter two. We're almost halfway through, and honestly, just getting back on track. April was an interesting month. May has great things coming, and honestly, I just want to share my goals, my dreams, my life, and who I want to become is what I'm working towards. And in May, I'm taking a step back. May is usually the month where I reset, I plan, and I go all in. But this year, I have decided to really enjoy my anniversary. I am going to take the time in May and go all in June because I put a lot of effort and energy into April. And I just feel like having that balance is so important. So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I am 26 years old. I am a wife, a stepmom, a full 9-to-5 employee, an entrepreneur. I wear multiple hats, have multiple passions, and I am turning my life into my purpose. I want every single area of life to bloom into the person that I want to become. And here we share mindset, productivity, and so much more. And if you like anything like goal setting, planning your life, becoming next level, believing in yourself, all of these areas that we talk about at Balance While Blooming, please subscribe, join this community as we talk about believing in yourself, building the life of your dreams, balancing your day-to-day life while you bloom consistently, going through the challenges, setbacks, and everything that can come your way to become next level, become that person of your dreams one day at a time. And a big thing for that is my monthly resets. I break down my goals yearly, 6-month, quarterly, and then monthly, and that lets me do my daily intentions. So let's talk about how we ended April, where we're kind of at. We can check in with our quarterly goals, and then we go into what our intentions and goals for May are. For April, I felt like I was showing up more. I was following my goals. I'm following the action plans. And then I got sick. You guys can probably hear it over the last few weeks, and I missed a week posting. I was just exhausted, tired, could barely breathe, and it really took a toll on me. And I had to understand that this balance is something for your mind, body, and soul. So what I realized is that I was overdoing my energy. I was overdoing my time, and I was not looking at the big pictures that I've been setting for myself, this big goal, this big vision, the bigger things, and I was worrying too much about the day-to-day tasks. And of course, I just did a video on systems and routines and habits, and doing that video, I really understood where I went wrong in April. In all honesty, I was going all in thinking I had to do all or nothing and not understanding where I could show up to make little actions make big steps, right? So every single day I can do something, but it doesn't have to be all or nothing. So really finding that balance of every single area of life, what I need to prioritize. And I was so ready to go all in and put all my energy into quarter two that I feel like I stumbled a little bit. So what did I actually accomplish? If you've never been here before, we do personal, business or passion projects, health and wellness, and your finances. And those are a big range of your areas of life. Of course, you can change yours. Those are just what works for me. So for personal, we did actually start a personal development book. I started it 4 days ago, so there was no way I was going to finish, but I'm really loving it. So we're going to have that done in May, which I'm excited about. We did not do nighttime skin routine 5 days a week. Honestly, I completely forgot about it. I forgot to make my tracker, I forgot to do things, and I forgot to really hold myself accountable on that because it wasn't something I needed to do. So any day I wore makeup, yes, but not 5 times a week. And then I did clean our kitchen, and we cleaned our sunroom, and we've reorganized our living room again because it kind of became a mess. So I'm really glad with how our cleaning one room a month turned into a big spring cleaning of just organizing, decluttering, and getting rid of things. Passion project or business, I once again pushed myself very hard. I did show up a lot more than I have been on Instagram. You can always follow me at Balance While Blooming. Over there, I do share as much as possible. I do mostly show up and give motivation in the morning, but I do hope to hop on my stories a bit more, show you guys a bit more behind the scenes, and show you what it's like in my day-to-day of me going to work, me doing all these areas of life and blending them together. So I did not do daily stories, but I did show up a bit more. I did post on my shorts, not daily, but I did 5 times a week, and I will continue doing that in May. And then we are so close to our 300 subscribers. Everyone who has been subscribed, I'm so glad that you are part of this community of people who are uplifting each other, supporting each other, and wanting to become next level one step at a time. And I'm always here, as I said, on my DMs, in the comments, and in this community to show you guys how you can level up and support one another. And let me know what kind of other stuff you guys want to see that will help you show up as your best self. Health and wellness killed it for being sick. I really had to change up my workouts. I had to get my protein intake, so I was drinking smoothies as much as I could. My daily supplements, I think I missed one day, but I'm gonna count that. And then we meal prepped and ate at home as much as we possibly could. There were days that we just didn't have food in the house, or that we were too busy and going around, and that's that balance. But we did meal prep as much as possible, and we did eat at home a lot more than we normally do. So check. Finances, you guys will see our budget next week. We did okay on that. We had some more money coming in, and we are basically at zero. We are a zero-based budget, but we do like to roll over money every single month as much as possible, or add more to our savings. Spoiler alert, we did not save anything extra. We did not do a savings plan for Q3 and Q4 because we actually decided to not give our personal loan and get a loan in our bathroom. So we got a personal loan for ourselves and invested into our bathroom at our home. So that is something that I hope to kind of work towards in the next 6 months to a year, is how we are going to pay off our debt as much as possible while still keeping those loans to benefit our credit, let us have longevity of loans, and be able to buy our house. So we will be doing that in the future. We just did not do that right now. Now that we talked about our April monthly goals, what did that look like towards our quarterly goals? We read 10 out of our 20 goal book. Let me tell you, I read so many novellas. I blew through a YA, like bachelorette type of style book. There was like 8 books, and I think on audiobook I had like 7 of them, so that was like 7 right there. I finished that whole thing. I finished 2 longer books and another novella, so that was really good that I felt like I had done that, and now I can take a step back and read my personal development book. I can take less time reading, even though I love doing that and being more in the moment, enjoying the outdoors and doing all of that. Savings, we did do a little bit less than that third. We only saved $1,500, but that's okay. We always can save a bit more in May and June because busier seasons are coming, more paychecks, more things that are happening. And I'm not going to get into finances, but we had to pay full rent, so it's been a struggle with money of savings, but of course we can make sure that we can always pay our rent if our subtenants do not pay. So that's how that went. Hour of intention, I really didn't track this, but I know I did at least 10 days with Balance While Blooming, and I did a couple other days for a few things, but it wasn't a full hour and it wasn't an intention. So I'm only going to count 10 on that. That means pretty much for the next 60 days, I need to show up for at least 2 hours a day and really show up with intention for things that I want and the things that I want to achieve. As I said, for Instagram, we're right there at that 15 mark. We posted 14 as of when I'm recording this, so I'm really proud of myself of how I'm showing up, how I am realistically being this next level from when I'm recording this. I'm recording this Sunday. You guys are seeing this on Friday. There will be a few more posts that come about, but I want to make sure that I'm as realistic at this time. Right now, there are 4 long form videos up right now from this month. I did miss a few, so we are a little bit behind, but that's okay. A lot of things are coming, and I'm pre-recording because we will be on vacation in a week or 2, so we will be able to do that. And behind the scenes, I don't even know. I don't think I worked behind the scenes on my business other than things that I was posting in the day, which were my hour of intentions. So nothing about building the brand or anything like that. So we will be diving deep into that in the next 2 months. So all that being said, let's talk about the energy that we are taking into May and then our goals for May. Now, for May, I am so excited for what is going to come about. It is my 6-year anniversary. We have a concert, we have a getaway, so much is happening, and I am so excited for warmer weather, being able to do more walks. We are going to be doing more things. Now, I will be honest, I am excited for taking a step back in May, understanding that I am living life this month. I still have my goals, I still have things that I need to achieve, right? But I want to make sure that I'm being more in the moment and understanding that there are certain things in May that I need to shift my attention to and put my energy and time into, because June can be a new month, right? And this is where we find this balance where you can have in the moment, but also be chasing your goals and understanding the priorities in life are the things that are happening right now. So first things first, we have a concert. We are going to see Cape Brown. I'm so excited about that. And then we are going to Connecticut because that's where he's going to be for a few days. And then we have an eye appointment. We have doctor's appointments. We have so much going on. And then it's just warmer weather. It is the busiest time in my personal job, not my passion project. So I take a step back knowing that I'm going to need my energy for my 9-to-5 job. And that means that I need to also save energy for my husband, for my stepson, for the life I want to live, and not pour it all into my goals and dreams, because I don't want to avoid my life and the day-to-day that I have to be able to be my person, be myself. So I am going to be taking more personal time, more time to reset, refresh every single day and not go all in. So that being said, what are my monthly goals? First, for personal, is minimal screen time on vacation. That means on my phone. We do watch almost a full series every time we go away to this Airbnb. We go there. This is the 4th time that we've been there, and I'm so excited. We just really be in the moment. We talk, we cook, we have fun. Of course, I will record what we're doing. I will record content, but really stay off of Instagram, stay off my computer as much as possible, and really make sure that I am being in the moment with my husband, because yes, we get a lot of time together, but in the summer is very much family time. So that's really important to us that we take this time when we go on our vacation at the beginning of the year, the first half of the year, that we are very intentional with each other. That being said, I am bringing my personal development book and we are going to dive deep and finish that. So when he wants to play video games, I will be reading, and that's just kind of how that's going to go. I even have it on my phone. If I want to scroll, I can read it on my phone and not be on social media. Passion project and business, really pushing towards that 300 subscribers. I'm so happy that the person I am becoming, this person that I want to be, in this person who is ready to level up, is showing up consistently to bring in a bigger audience. So that's what I'm trying to do, is show up as much as possible with intention for what matters to me and what enlightens me and the things that I want to show. I don't want to follow any trends. I don't want to do anything. I know I'm in the personal development range, but I also want to be more intentional with the things that I would want to watch, the things I would want to see. So that being said, I'm going to be showing up on Instagram a lot more, showing up in a different range, which you guys will see in shorts a couple months later, then showing up on YouTube as much as possible. We are going to hold ourselves to do every single Friday in May, and then a couple Mondays, because we have content flowing. There's things that I want to do. I want to prep you guys for summer. I want you to be able to turn your dreams into reality, which I just did, and have this energy of you can accomplish it and still balance your life. So I'm really passionate about what I'm doing here, and I want to keep that going. For health and wellness, outside walks at least 3 times a week, at least half a mile, if not a mile, 3 times a week. That's what I do on top of the gym. So that's still showing up for the gym, but these are walks on top of it. Now, if it's only a walk, I want to do 2 miles, but we will see how my body feels and how I'm going. Being active rest is what I want to do now that the weather is nice. Smoothie, once again, that protein intake, I feel like it does help me. I feel like it helps everything internally in my stomach. I had a lot of stomach problems from 2017. So I am trying to keep up with that, making sure that my gut health is as healthy as possible and I'm living this healthy life as I am getting older. And then finances, staying on budget and really coming up with that savings plan, figuring out how we are going to pay off debt and still save as much as we wanted to in 2025 and 2026 and moving forward, making sure that we understand our debt payments, paying extra on that, and still showing up as our best selves, which is saving, investing, and going forward like that. And you guys can always see our budget videos. We share those all the time. And it's important that you understand your finances, you understand where you want to go with your health and wellness, where you want to go with your passions, these projects that you are setting for yourself, something bigger than your personal life, and then your personal life. What are your goals in May? Let me know what your goals are for May. Let me know how you are going to start believing in yourself, how you are going to create goals. I don't care if they are now the 3-month goals, which would be technically a 2-month goal, or monthly goals for yourself. And then realistically, what energy are you bringing into May? And how are you going to balance that energy with where you're at right now in life? And then let's bloom together. Let's see how we can level up, how we can show up, and how May is going to not only be so powerful, it's going to be new energy. We are in the spring energy fully, and we are just diving deep into what we can truly accomplish in this new month, this new energy, and this new time. So as always, join our community. This is a place where we uplift each other, push each other, and hold each other accountable to become your next level. And I cannot wait to see where May goes, what we do, and what we all accomplish. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.